let's move on to another conversation with Oluwateni Oyewole. She's popularly known as Miss Tennie. She's a dynamic talent manager, culture shaper, and entertainment consultant. She's dedicated to elevating African lifestyle creators, ensuring they shine on the global stage. She has also firmly established herself as a talent manager with a managerial resume that includes DJs, content creators, influencers, artists, directors, and so many more. Wow, quite a lot.
Thank you.
Nice to have you, Miss Tennie. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm good.
I applaud you, just so you know, because you must have been doing this for a lot of years.
Yeah.
On your management company.
Yeah.
Years. I know you just moved into your own company, Deaf Years, but you've been a talent manager for so long, and it takes a lot to manage talent. How have you been coping?
Wow.
So how often do they check on you and say, are you okay today?
I think my default word now is I'm stressed.
You're stressed?
I'm stressed. I'm always, but I mean, it's very fulfilling to me. Talent management to me is more of a passion. So I'm very passionate about empowering people, equipping people, making people realize that their dreams are actually valid. So I'm very passionate about this space. And I mean, it's been years doing this, not the easy one for me. Like I always tell people, it's like the most challenging thing for me to do, but always the most fulfilling things for me to do because I wear so many hats. So when it comes to talent management, I'm like, yo, I'm stressed, I'm tired. Because managing human beings, people that have a mind of their own, their different walks of life, different perspective. And the crazy thing about what I do is I'm not just a music manager, I'm not just an artist manager, I'm managing talent from different verticals, from lifestyle to makeup, to stylists, to DJs, to content creators. So it's just a lot. But yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't mean to be biased to that industry. There seems to be like a chunk of divas in that industry. So, but talk to us about some of the challenges that you've had to face working with these people over the years. How have you been able to subtly manage those relationships in a way that it also doesn't affect you mentally and emotionally?
So to be honest, when I started, it was quite difficult for me to balance it because I'm always giving of myself, giving of my time, resources and everything, ensuring that this work. When I started, I didn't know it was talent management. I was just like helping people, mentoring people and all. I started in 2018. Yeah. So at that time, it was not really big then. It was just me thinking I'm doing what I know how to do until, now it's talent management, but it's been a roller coaster. And one of the challenges that I faced is always talents, maybe building talents to a point where they now feel like, oh, they can do it on their own and they leave. That's one.
That must be heartbreaking.
Yes, it's heartbreaking, but then life goes on. Right. I'm the prize. I'm bringing so much value to the table.
I love that angle. She's the prize.
Yeah, I'm bringing so much value to the table. I'm not a bad person. I'm doing the best I can. But it's also fine if you think my best is not enough. And we just part ways.
So let's talk about scaling, not as a business now, because talent management is a business. You manage, you're the CEO of for Deaf Years management company. Now, we'll leave that for a minute. Now, we'll focus on the talent here because they are the business, right? How do you help them to scale in terms of meeting their full potential as talents? Because I would like to believe that, they go through different phases in your career, right? And you just want to get better. That the idea is not to go, it's to keep getting better. So how do you help them, to scale to reach their full potential as talents?
Yeah, so as a talent manager, the most work that I do is scouting for talents from zero, right? So I'm grooming them from when they're unnamed, when people don't know them. And it's important for me to always equip people. I'm all for people bringing value to the table. Yeah. So when I recognize or I've identified that, oh, this person has a lot to offer, first things first is I reach out to them, I have conversations with them, I see where they are in their head space at the time where I'm having the conversation. And we start to learn together, we start to grow. If you need trainings, you need to go for trainings. We have one-to-one sessions like every week, or depending on what our time schedule is, and just equipping them and growing. And when it's time to scale, we know that, okay, we've done this for a while now, it's time to move to the next level. So we start to look for things that would help us move to the next level, either access to places, and just having conversations with people, just doing everything that you need to become a superstar. Like I say, you don't become a superstar in 3 months, or it's a process. So you need to grow through that process.
We've had issues, or we've heard of issues between a talent's manager and the company, whether it is a management company in the area of music, whether it is a record label, where you're not bringing in money, mister. So it's time for you to go. And then that usually causes a rift, you know, in the organization. How does that affect you as a manager who has the best interests of your talents at heart?
So there are different systems, in all honesty. So if we're speaking music, it works differently in the music space, unlike in the content creation space and the rest of that. In the music space, it depends if as a manager, I'm employed by the record label, or I also own the record label, or we do it together. So there are different dynamics to that. Okay. So for cases where the record label employs you to be a manager for their clients, you owe loyalty to the record label as much as you're passionate, or you become passionate along the journey, or you've built a relationship or bond. And it's also fine, depending on your contract. You make, every time there's always, you're always in the best position to make the decision. If you developed a bond and you think when the client is leaving the company, you want to leave with them, it's fine, depending on your contract. If you're bounded by contract, of course, the law you can't do that. You have to wait till that contract expires. But if there's no contract binding, you make your decision, have conversations. Everything doesn't have to be fights. It's just conversations, understanding, and I mean, human beings will be human beings. Do what you have to do, make the best decision for yourself, and let everybody keep it moving.
Quickly, any projects that you're working on next? Any new talents that you're fishing
out for?
So
many. For deaf
talents, so come and fish me, I'm here. Oh.
For deaf ears, it's just a great ember month for us, where we're moving into movies and films, also acquiring more talents and positioning the company for more agency conversations, but majorly working with international clients, where we do 360 representation, from strategy to project implementation, execution, and all of that, and also TVCs.
Oh, nice.
Coming up, coming up.
So now I have marketed myself in the TVC, in the movie, in the...
It's 360, so you walk anywhere.
But this was quite an insightful conversation for me, you know, learning, because I've always had so many questions asked about talent management. You know, and you know, you've really delved into quite enough. Thank you so much, Tennie, for being here. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
And there's still so much happening right here on the show. Tossing Igor is coming on next, people. Stay with us. The show continues.